So Sifan Hassan then be interested to see if she slots right onto the pace as usual. She goes to the back early on, as is her wont, and just settles herself in over the first lap. Darafi just elbowing her way through with 200 meters to go. So it's the two Ethiopians who've raced each other so many times over the years. Tsegay just getting cut up by her teammate. Sion moves ahead, has a look behind. Darafi is there. Hassan still got a chance, not too far away. Mbai is also moving up. But out in the lead, Sayom, has she got much left? She's looking round everywhere for danger, and it's there with Darafi, and it's there with Hassan. And Jeb Kotsky trying to get through. Nanyando it is, they're moving through on the inside, but it's Darafi with that 800 meter pace, is just about going to have enough to take this. Can she hold it to the line? She does. Darafi gets the win.
And which should Genzebe Dibaba will turn up. She ran very strongly in Doha. Ran a personal best for 3,826. So 3 3/4 laps of the track then, the metric mile. Will they go with the pacemakers who have been tasked with going out in 63 and hitting 800 and 207, and then a slight slowing to 1,240, which is 4-minute pace exactly. But see, that's a lot of traffic and pushing and shoving there to get themselves sorted out after the first 150 meters. Not exactly steady pace as Dibaba grimaces now, looks up at the big screen in front of her to see what sort of damage this surge has done. And Tsegay looks spent, 200 meters to run, and the Ethiopian in second and third place going backwards, and Laura Muir has the world record holder in her sights. But this is more like the Genzebe Dibaba we're used to. We saw 2 or 3 seasons ago as she kicks into the straights again now, wrestling to stay ahead of Laura Muir, who has that target, the European champion, chasing hard the world record holder. But I think she's going to run out of track here tonight, or is she? It's going to be mighty close. Muir has put on a very, very determined charge to get back to the world record holder, but 60.3 there. 356.29 by Genzebe Dibaba to win by 2 or 3 meters from Laura Muir. That was a big performance from Genzebe Dibaba.
So women's 1500 meters. And they've asked for 800 meters 204, which will bring them out at about 353, 354 pace. And well, Steve, it'll be interesting to see whether Dibaba can continue that winning streak, having been beaten by Helena Beery in the 3,000 metres at the start of the season. Tsegay is gone. We're down to 2 with 200 metres to go. And Hassan looks really well placed here. And look at the grimace on Dibaba's face, having to work so hard. And Hassan surely mentally now must fancy her chances. Dibaba holding the inside line as she must. Hassan being forced to go round. What can Dibaba hold on in the final 100 metres here? Dibaba, has she found another gear? Just as she did in Rome against Laura Muir. She's done it again. Dibaba, let's look at the clock. The meeting record, 3:59.53. The meeting record will go 3:55.47. It's the fastest time in the world this year.
The women's are brave like Gabe Mile. Named such in honour of Gabe Grunewald, passed away from cancer last month after a long 10-year battle, several bouts of surgery and chemotherapy. She, her resilience and determination to keep on racing, became a symbol for the battle to try and overcome adversity. A pacemaker there, goodness me, Liakova blasted away. What can Hassan run for this final lap? When Mastakova set the world record, she won a final lap of about 60 seconds, give or take a couple of tenths. She's blasting it around the final bend there, Hassan. The gap is monstrous. It's got to be 35 metres back to Tsegay. The pack are closing up on her as her legs begin to falter. But Hassan now into the home straight. 4 minutes on the clock. She's got 70 metres to go. Driving towards the line. It's going to be mighty close to the world record. That first lap may have set things awry. She's going to get there. Wow, 4:12.33. She has got the world record. Unbelievable, it never looked on at 800 metres.
Women's 1500 metres. 3 3/4 laps of the track. And they've asked for 64-second pace per lap. And we saw that great race between Laura Muir and Faith Kipyegon, the Olympic and world champion in Stanford a few weeks ago, when Laura Muir went with 6:50 to go. Klosterhalfen, she hasn't shaken her off just yet, but she's putting away here. coming home with, what, 120 to go. And that trademark rocking style, Laura Muir gritting her teeth. And now I feel the resistance has gone. Klosterhalfen has gone. And she's been reeled in now by Nanyondo as well. But Laura Muir, brilliant again. Laura Muir coming home. The gap, what, 5, 6, 7, 8 metres. The winning time, 3:58.25. She said she felt she was in 3:56 type shape, maybe even PB shape. But today it wasn't that sort of race. 3:58 will do. It's a win.
Millicent Fawcett Mile, the second running of this race, introduced last year to commemorate the century of British suffragist by the same name, of course, Millicent Fawcett, the academic and writer. And the race, the inaugural race, was won by Sifan Hassan in London, terrifically. No Laura Muir for this one. That's where we are, the Alexander Stadium, with very green surroundings here, just off the Walsall Road, for those of you who know the West Midlands, part of Birmingham's second city, of course, of the UK. So the Millicent Fawcett Mile. And of course, the mile broken, the world record broken only a few weeks ago by Sifan Hassan in Monaco, that fabulous 4:12.33. So no Laura Muir, but plenty of talent to pick out in this race. Worth pointing out that no one in this race, none of the athletes currently lining up here, has ever won a Diamond League race in their life. So a little bit of history, a little small amount of history will be made here today. Let's just pick out one or two of the big names. There is Constanze Klosterhalfen, the German, ever recognisable, now based in Portland, Oregon, as part of the project with Alberto Salazar. And what an improvement, with personal best in the 1500, the mile, the 3000 and the 5000 metres this year. Eilish McColgan, who's having a terrific season as well. Maxima Mbai, the diminutive Ethiopian, broke 4 minutes for the first time at 1500 metres in Rabat in June. World indoor silver medalist from Birmingham, of course, last year. The Ethiopian #2. Dibaba Stafford, look out for her. Training partner now of Laura Muir, so she's flying the flag for the team in Laura Muir's absence. The Canadian, she's having quite a season, her breakout season really. Canadian champion and record holder. And we saw a little glimpse there of another of Laura Muir's teammates, Mariki there, who's getting quite a reputation as well, having taken 2 European under-23 titles in recent weeks in Sweden. So Dibaba Stafford, look out for her. Mbai from Ethiopia, Klosterhalfen from Germany, still only 22 years old. There is Dibaba Stafford, the Canadian. Well, the pacing requested at 800 metres at 2:08. And it's worth noting that 6 of the world's top 7 are missing here for various reasons. And of course, opportunities to clinch a place in the Diamond League final are running out, but of course the World Championships in Doha are now just less than 6 weeks away, and immediately Klosterhalfen, instantly recognisable, so slender, but she has improved immeasurably since making that move from Germany to Oregon in the United States, working as part of the NOP project. Has settled in nicely behind the pacemaker Chanel Price.
Yes, difficult conditions here today with this swirling wind to some degree. Chris, for anybody covering several laps, I don't understand. Klosterhalfen here is chasing the German record, which goes back many years, of around 4:22. That would have been very much on the cards. But they're pulling well clear of the rest of them now as they come towards the bell.
Well, Klosterhalfen in one then from Germany, now based in the United States, tracked by Dibaba Stafford, then a gap of what, about 10 metres to Eilish McColgan, and then it's Jessica Hull from Australia in pursuit. Jenna Reiki just behind her, but these two well clear. Klosterhalfen hasn't shaken off Dibaba Stafford just yet. It's Germany 1, Canada 2. Dibaba Stafford growing in stature all the time, growing in confidence, down the back straight for the last time with 250 metres to go. Klosterhalfen, just a little look up at the big screen. She's still got Dibaba Stafford for company here. The gap not getting any bigger, but not getting any smaller.
from the chasing pack, led still by Eilish McColgan. McColgan now just being taken over, but these two well clear as they come into the home straight. Klosterhalfen, we talked about the lack of finishing kick. What has she got left? Has Debu Stafford got another gear into the home straight? Klosterhalfen then, the diminutive figure from Germany. Let's keep an eye on the clock. That German record of 4:22, the meeting record 4:24, held by Sonia O'Sullivan, and she's stretching away. Away goes Klosterhalfen. She gets it, 4:21.12. It's a meeting record. It is a German national record for Konstanze Klosterhalfen. Further evidence of the improvement that she's making over there in Oregon. What a move that's been. Terrific for her, terrific for Germany. And in the end, she did have the answer. Debu Stafford pushed her hard, but Konstanze Klosterhalfen, 4:21.11, a meeting record for the German.
Well, do you know, that is fabulous running in what are very difficult gusting conditions. I thought Chanel Price did a great job as pacemaker, taking them out at a good, healthy tempo early on, around 62.7. So Klosterhalfen would have around 63 at 400, and then 67 in the next lap, and then a 65. McColgan there finishing with a personal best in third place. Good running from her. Debu Stafford, of course, virtually had a pacemaker for every step of the way. Behind that meeting record of Klosterhalfen, the Canadian has produced another fabulous run. But Klosterhalfen, all credit to her, that time has got to be worth several seconds better in kinder conditions. She's struggling here down the home straight, but she's built up enough of a gap and a cushion over Debu Stafford and the rest of that field. Look at her straining here at the leash to get away to the finish line. She knows the clock is ticking away. She's probably got one eye on it. Brilliant run from the German.
It was indeed. She's really starting to look the part here. And it sends a bit of a warning signal, doesn't it, to the likes of Laura Muir and Dibaba, Hassan, for those World Championships in Doha in 5 or 6 weeks' time. Klosterhalfen's taken 3 seconds off the meeting record. There it is, 4:21.11, a German national record as well. Debu Stafford in second, and McColgan.
Well, we go back to the track now, and over on the far side, they're lined up for the women's 1500 metres. 15 starters. And Genzebe Dibaba, well, she is the world record holder, of course, the Ethiopian, 5 times world indoor champion, just one major outdoor title, that was the world title in 2015, and Sifan Hassan, the world record holder for the mile in Monaco, just a few weeks back, the world indoor champion in 2016, set was a European record for 3,000 metres at the Prefontaine Classic back on the 30th of June. Many think that was unofficially a world record because everybody ahead of her is Chinese. And it was back in the dark days of the early 90s. Eilish McColgan in there for Great Britain. Been in good form, fresh from winning the UK 5,000 metres title comfortably last weekend. Sklabas of Switzerland, the 18-year-old. Well, her personal best is just 4:10. She may struggle in this company or be dragged to a huge personal best. The world record holder over 1,500 against the world record holder over the mile. Dibaba against Sifan Hassan of the Netherlands. She's only run 3 1500s this year, Hassan. We know she's fabulously strong. She's mixed up her racing this year. She ran a 10,000 meters back in early May in the USA in just outside 31 minutes. But Chanel Price, the pacemaker, who's a very good 800-meter runner herself, a 1:59 800-meter runner, has been asked to go out here in 62 seconds for the first 400, and then slower marginally to 2:05 for 800 meters, which sets it up, Steve, for something a long way under 4 minutes. And just as was the case in the steeplechase with Debu Stafford there back in, 4th place, it's very quick early on.
Well, they just got to be sensible. Dibaba wants a fast pace. Hassan knows that. She always starts a little slow the first 200, but it's good to see Hassan get involved. Klosterhalfen in the form of her life. Tsegay won't be too far away. And then the others will be hoping they can get dragged round. No Laura Muir, of course, a Diamond League champion from last year.
Jenny Simpson struggling to go with it. She's lost 5, 6, 7 meters on this pack as Dibaba now tests their raw speed. And look at Hassan. Glides up onto the shoulder of Dibaba, eases past her, leads through 200 meters to run. It's Hassan, Dibaba,
Klosterhalfen, fabulous running here from Debu Stafford, who is looking strong in 4th place. Tsegay is spent back in 5th place, the field streaming past her as Hassan eases away from Dibaba, who looks so mortal here. That first lap was such a waste, 61.6, followed by a 66. Hassan has cashed in here and destroyed this field over the last 400. Look at that time, 3:57.08. 57.7 of second lap, the final lap. Klosterhalfen a brilliant second. Debu Stafford third, taking some big scalps. What a strange 1,500 metres here in Zurich 2019. And once again, Dibaba and the request for these very fast times, Steve, disrupting what we expect as a normal 1,500. That's not a bad thing.
No, Tim, she's limping. I think the answer to that is she was limping all the way around that last lap. She's injured. So that's why we haven't, we're now getting some answers. The reason we haven't seen Dibaba for a while, she's obviously been carrying a problem. Come here to test it out. She's in trouble now. And Dibaba was limping down. There she is, walking away. Now, whether it's a really bad recurrence of an injury we don't know about, don't know. But that wasn't Dibaba. And certainly the last 100 metres, she was running on one leg. Doesn't matter to Hassan. She attacked hard. Smart race. Klosterhalfen as well. The two of them, of course, and as you said, so used to training with each other these days. National record for the Canadian. She's had a wonderful year. But look at Dibaba coming in here. She's not running properly at all. And then when she crosses the line, well, you didn't see it on that replay. So question marks remain over Dibaba. Hassan, has she chosen the right event for the World Championship? She's going in the 5,000 metres. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving, nothing too silly there. It's because this is where Dibaba had slowed so much. Maybe, Tim, first lap 6.2, then she felt something. Slowed right down, I don't know. Maybe tried to go again, and then got into trouble when she stretched again.
I don't know, Steve. We so often see Dibaba toying with fields like this, running strange laps. I don't think we should take anything away from that fabulous win from Hassan. I suspect she'd have given Dibaba, injured or not, a fabulous race tonight. 57 last lap for a 3:57 winning time. That is special. Laura Muir capable of something like that prior to her injury over these recent weeks. But Klosterhalfen taking second place there in 3:59, a season's best for her. Debu Stafford, a Canadian national record, another one, 3:59.59 in third place. Absolutely fabulous. And for those who sat back off that very fast early pace, again, it's worked out pretty well. Hints of brazier in the 800 metres there for several of the athletes who have run quick times in that women's 1,500.